Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Welford, and this is my project for Lifespan Discipleship. It's only fitting that my last project that I do be on the same group of people that Dr. Bozeman introduced me to my first semester, which is senior adults. She explained to us in Death, Loss, and Grief that senior adults are a beautiful group of people whose message usually doesn't get out because most churches view them as for lack of better words, a dead group of people in the church or someone that's just dying off in the church. All the focus is on younger adults, middle adults, and of course children. So I really wanted to do my presentation tonight on senior adults, and I hope this has an impact on people who watch it. First of all, senior adults are from the ages of 65 until they pass away. Psalm 71:18 had a beautiful scripture. Give me just a moment to pull it up, and I would love to read it to you. Psalm 71:18, and even when I am old and gray, O God, do not forsake me until I declare your strength to this generation, your power to all who are to come. I think the writer of the psalm had something really special to say there, and it's old people have a lot of things they want to tell, and they want to tell it to a younger generation. So we really need to listen to what these people are trying to inform us on. So the curriculum that we're going to use is actually a very simple curriculum, and the reason that I chose the curriculum, a lot of people will say that it's soft, a lot of people will say that it's weak, but it's the Christian Life Series Union Gospel Press. I know this is not the senior adult guide, but the guide is very similar to what the rest of them are like. The content is very simple, but the whole idea of using this curriculum was so that the church can have a curriculum that everybody is studying the same thing from birth to death. So what happens with that is that hopefully families go home and they actually have lunch together and they share what they learned in class together. So what happens is that you don't have your grandmother trying to explain to her son that she learned about, let's just say, the Battle of Jericho, and then you have the child who learned about the story of Noah. What happens is that you have both groups of people, grandmother and grandchild, who both learned about the Ten Commandments on this Sunday. And what happens whenever they get to go home now and they share a meal together, they both get to talk about the Ten Commandments. Grandmother can tell grandchild what she thinks about the Ten Commandments. Grandchild can actually get a deeper understanding of the Ten Commandments and hopefully take that back to the rest of the students in the class. The curriculum is very inexpensive. That is a beautiful thing about this. The curriculum for the year would be 60 booklets for 60 students. So we're averaging 60 in senior adult class. The books are $325 each. That's $195. 4 booklets for 4 teachers at $335 each equals $13.40. For 4 quarters times $208.40, that's how much the expenses cost per year. We would end up with a total of $833.60 for the year. Discipleship wouldn't include just what we're going to be doing in Sunday schools. We would also be having multiple events for these older people. So once again, this is not just a group of people we're casting off to the side in the church. We will have meetings weekly where the older people can get together. The church will cover the expense for the gas for the buses, and the old people will get together and they'll do a time of devotion before they leave. So someone will lead the group in a devotional, and it could be a scripture, it could be a real life application, but they'll do the devotional before they leave. The bus will then take them to a destination that night for dinner. Of course, we would want the senior pastor to come, the minister of education, and preferably the people who are actually teaching the senior adults, so they can build that relationship whenever they go out to dinner. We see in the Bible plenty of times where people break bread together and the importance of fellowship. That doesn't need to be forgotten with this older generation. These people still like to sit down and have dinner, and they still like to talk to people about things they're learning in class. And this also gives the senior pastor a great opportunity to spend time with these people, and they don't feel like they're being neglected. So on Wednesday nights, they would still be very familiar with how Wednesday nights go. We will do prayer meeting on Wednesday nights. The senior pastor will lead the service. There will be older hymns. So it'll be a service more like what they're used to hearing on Sunday mornings whenever they were growing up and they were younger. So once again, Wednesday nights, old hymns. Pastor speaks for about 35 minutes, 45 minutes for the night. just a very traditional service, just so these people can kind of have something that speaks to their heart. Also, with the older people, I would encourage that we have them teaching younger students, just like the song spoke of earlier. I personally had a grandmother who taught Sunday school until she was 82 years old, and that was a total of 45 years in her life. So I don't think we need to forget these people when it comes to them also being teachers. Older people are going to be very reliable. They're going to be very punctual, and they're going to take this job seriously. That's all that I have. I hope this video is informative to you and inspirational. Let's not forget these people. Let's know that they are a resource and not a hindrance to our churches. Once again, the curriculum that I mentioned was Union Gospel Press. It is a very inexpensive curriculum. It is a very easy curriculum, but like I said, the big importance that I'm going to push for this curriculum is that it is a curriculum that would be taught in the church from preschoolers all the way to senior adults, and the main reason for that is to try to create a importance of family relationships at home, and also to create a curriculum where discussion happens in the church more about this kind of curriculum. There are more challenging curriculums. I'm not saying they're a bad idea at all. It's just I really wanted to go with the concept on this model of a church that teaches one curriculum from womb to tomb, and hopefully it goes well. Thank you for your time. I've enjoyed my time at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. I hope this video once again is informative, and I look forward to seeing the grade on it.